What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Draymond Green Show with my dog, BD. What's happening, my brother?
What's up, my bro? What's going on?
Yeah, just chilling, bro. Good to be back, my G.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. You working.
I'm feeling like
you working.
I'm feeling like I'm back.
You working. You working. Everything is up. All antennas is up, right? How you feeling now?
I feel great, brother. You know, it's been a while since I've gone into basketball games like with that feeling of like, oh yeah, we're gonna go just win. And it's been 2 games here and nobody's getting ahead of themselves, but I can only tell you how these 2 games will felt.
I'll let them know.
That's just how it feels, man. It feel great, bro. Like, you know, and stuff gonna get harder. We're gonna have to figure stuff out, you know, but I know when it's right.
I could see it. I could feel it. In the Bucks game, you got up for the big-time block against Gary Trent Jr. You know, they talking about Defensive Player of the Year conversations is back up. Steph got the Steffing, got the chefing. Jimmy Butler got to serving, willing and dealing. Post-game, Steph said Jimmy Butler's impact on him, every possession doesn't feel as hard. What is the biggest takeaway from these 2 games since Jimmy has joined the team?
That's a fact, bro. And that's on everybody, though, bro. Like, that's on everybody, offensively and defensively. Like, he draw. It's crazy because in a weird way, he draws so much attention.
Yeah.
But obviously, I've played with Steph for 13 years, so drawing attention to me looks a certain way, you know? We played for 12 years. Drawing attention. And obviously with KD for 3 years. But Jimmy draw attention differently than
in a different way.
But draw a lot of attention. And it's crazy because Jimmy is interesting, man. Again, playing with Steph, one of the most incredible things that Steph does is play without the ball. Jimmy has that same thing. When Steph said, yo, we have like opposite games, like it's on so many different levels. Like when Steph is running around, like to find an opener to get the ball, Jimmy is like just working on the backside, like nudging it. The top. Like it's crazy. They break the defense down the same way, but different. Like, and man, and so I understand what Steph is saying. I agree with what Steph is saying. Like Steph just looked more free. But I'm gonna tell you, he looked like he got belief. That's all. Like that's all it is. Like
he energized.
Steph, he looked like he got belief. He said to me in Utah after the trade, he looked at me and he said, "Man, it's crazy because it just dawned on me that like this is it.
This is the last run.
Last ride." Like, and I said, let's do it.
Let's ride. Let's ride to the wheels fall off. Guns blazing.
It was an emotional moment, but like Jimmy, man, it's crazy, brother. Wait, it's crazy because people draw, as you know, in this league. People has learned how to draw bullshit fouls. This dude, Jimmy, he really make people foul him. Like they are actually real fouls. And he just got a knack for it, man. It's brought this balance of like, we can really slow our offense down because you got somebody that's like Steph said, Steph dominates from the perimeter. Like everybody in the world knows that. You got somebody now that's dominating inside the 3-point line, which naturally slows the offense down, which I think we needed to slow the offense down some anyway, because we don't have the same talent and IQs that Andre, Sean Livingston, David West.
It's not the same weapons.
And so it's a little different. And Jimmy allows us to slow down. So when you go run, great. But if not, it's cool to slow down. And man, and then defensively, it's incredible. Jimmy already earned his name Megatron. Jimmy told us he came to me before the first game in Chicago. He said, "Hey man, throw me the ball high." He said, "If you throw me the ball high, I may not finish it, but I'm gonna get it and bring it down." He said, "But nobody else gonna get it." if you just throw the ball high, bro, so I just throw the ball up. He go grab every one of them.
For sure. That's his play. That's his play.
Yeah, and man, he literally, he made good. He's just throw it up. I will go get it. Man, it's been so fun competing with Jimmy. And I must tell you, BD, he been kicking my ass in dominoes, bro.
For real.
He been kicking my ass.
You trash anyway.
That's not true.
Dog.
That's not. It's been a very competitive game.
How's it?
It's been very competitive games, but then he pulled away. He got a little luck on this side too. Like I'm up 20 points. He pulled 5 fives. Like, like he got a little luck on this side too. But he been. I gotta give him his credit.
Okay, Jimmy. Okay. You know, I don't really be speaking on Jimmy. I try not to speak on him in this situation, but now that he with the Dubs, I can tell you what my observation is. And it hit me before he got to before he played his first game. Because you sitting there, you like, damn, how is this going to work? And then they were showing highlights. And then they showed a couple games that he played in the finals. And I realized something. Jimmy Butler is the superstar that's always open. He's always open.
Always open.
Right? He's always open.
Yep.
Also, he always has he never gets double teamed.
Yeah.
He's always in a scoring position. He's always 1 or 2 dribbles away. And all the little bullshit shenanigans that come with defense, deflections, steals, turn it like that's Jimmy's magic.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? That's his magic. And then when you take that to what the Warriors haven't had, free throws.
Absolutely.
Y'all never went to the free throw line, bro. Y'all was winning championships not going to the free throw line,
crazy.
Which was like crazy. Now you add free throws. Mm-hmm. This dude gets fouled all the time, and they really be fouling him.
Really be.
Right? He a bully, right? Not just on offense, but also on defense, right? He's an incredible help defender.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he got a new life. And so him being the villain, right, with Draymond, who's already a villain, who is just waiting for another villain to come into the room to wake up, and Steph, who's a super villain. And people don't understand that Steph is in his best mode when the odds are stacked against Steph. And so now you got this kind of this villain mentality, this hungry mentality, and nobody's gonna punk you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's gonna out IQ you. And you can't just chase Steph around because Jimmy gets 2s.
Mm-hmm.
He gets 2s and 1s, putbacks, right? He don't need the ball for a long amount of time to go get 30, 30, 40. Man, I'm watching this. I'm like, oh my God. Hey, when y'all, what was it? What was it? The Bulls game? Steph went crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just him catching fire like that, right?
Yeah.
But then you got Jimmy on the back end getting 2s, getting and 1s, getting putbacks. I'm excited. He bring a lot. That all the intangible, all that shit is what people don't value, but what makes superstar.
Shout out to Mike Dunleavy, man, because I'm so happy Jimmy didn't end up in Phoenix. Oh my God, that would have been awful. And what Jimmy has brought here, when you talk about like 2 bullies, it's crazy because he's brought that sense of back of, oh, we can win. And everybody feel that. And so the bar has been raised. And we know what that bar need to be raised to. Like, we know what it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the bar has been raised so much so that you talk about Steph these last 4 games, we all feel that and excited. I got a warning apparently from the league the other day that the last few games I've been playing too aggressive and that they're warning me. What does that mean? I don't know.
What does that mean? I don't see nothing wrong.
Exactly. But apparently me being in go-in mode is a problem. So another thing we've never seen, and in a long time we haven't seen it. Steph went out the game. It was a 2-point lead or 4-point lead. When he checked back into the game, it was 17.
Yeah.
He checked back into the game like 7 to 8 minutes to go in the fourth.
Yep.
The lead 17. That's the impact of Jimmy.
That's the relief.
Yeah.
Steph gets to really look at the game, right? Steph Curry has had the biggest responsibility of having to make in-game decisions and change his pattern, right? I would say this year has been, trying because all eyes on Steph. If Steph don't Steph, then nobody else is really open. Or if people not open, then Steph don't get the shots. And so you see him making a lot of in-game adjustments. And you brought this to my attention, how people prepare game plans for Steph. And so that's, to switch your style up in the middle of the game to be effective, right? A lot of only the greats can do it, but it's hard.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
To have that relief, to be able to sit on the bench and say, oh, okay, now I know when I get in, all I got to do is a little bit more mid-range to the hole. Like seeing Steph play not just three-point basketball, but mid-range, getting to the hole, rebounding. He playing in his Jordan era.
Yeah.
Right? These last few games he did in his Jordan era, where it's like, I want to play winning basketball. And I can see that. I can feel that watching you guys.
100%. Everybody on the same type of time, falling in line. I told the guys after the Laker game, I said, yo, listen, that second half, we don't do moral victories around here, but this is about to look different now with Jimmy coming in here. I told the guys that. I said, this is about to look different. Him and Steph, Jimmy's locker was right here. Jimmy wasn't there, but then Steph was right here. I was like, so listen, this is what we're on. We're going to follow these two guys.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, if we follow these two guys, we're going to get there. Promise.
Yep.
And from that point, the bar has been raised. And you can feel it. Everyone around feels it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it's what we needed. Jimmy, like I said, Jimmy on that same type of time is good. I like it.
Who's scoring big in the NBA this season? You are. All the new ways to get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Slams, dishing the ball, cleaning the glass, get behind your favorite players, prop bets you can make on DraftKings. It's fun. The home of NBA player props. If you're ready to place your first bet, make it really simple. Pick how many points your favorite player is going to score. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook. They have an app. Download it. Make your pick. If you're a first-timer, here's something special. New DraftKings customers, all you have to do is bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. So take it to the rack with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download their app. Takes 90 seconds. Use the code Colin, COLIN, to get 150 bones in bonus bets. Betting just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Before we get more into this episode, I want to let y'all know what else we'll be talking about. More insight on playing with my new Golden State Warrior teammate, Jimmy Butler III. And I put quotation marks and an emphasis on the third. Jimmy's first game with us was the 1-year anniversary of the passing of his father, which would be in Chicago, where he started his career.
Amazing,
he would not have had that game that he had. So putting emphasis on the third. Saying goodbye to Wiggs. Winning a championship with Wiggs. I think Wiggs has been here for 6 years. Yeah, 6 years, man. And, to see him go, that always sucks. That is the business. DS, Kyle, Lindy, those guys.
Yep.
It's been a lot going on around the league. Also, Luka's first game with the Lakers. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the episodes.
That's right. Follow the show on all social media platforms at Draymond Show so you don't miss any of these, huge announcements, right? Steve Kerr talked about Jimmy's passing, and how he was hitting you with some nice passes in the Bucks game. Are you surprised with that part of his game?
You know what? I'm not surprised because Jimmy's a guy who, all his career has gotten triple doubles. Has always been a willing passer, can always pass the hell out of the ball. And so I'm not surprised at all. And I'm telling you, another thing that Jimmy does is teams go into that zone. Jimmy go to the middle of the zone now.
He go right in the middle of the zone. Sit right there.
He hitting me with some backdoor passes, working the dunker. He hitting guys for threes. But most importantly, he turned around and shoot the little midi
and fade away.
Right? And so you every option with Jimmy.
That was my role. Yeah, that was my role with Nelly in the zone. Get in the middle of the zone, right underneath the elbow. They can't do nothing about it. You one dribble away from a layup, fade away, dunk, ghost person, outlet.
Yeah.
I like that. Like his basketball IQ is like y'all just automatically sink.
Yeah,
man.
His basketball IQ is top tier. Top tier. I've been learning from him these past few days and couple games playing. Like you just hear different things he say. He's so locked in, bro. Like he locked in and he's smart. So I'm happy to have the opportunity to learn from a guy like Jimmy. But I'm not surprised at all by the passing. I know he's a great passer, but I tell you what I did. He came to the sideline yesterday and he had passed up a shot and he was like, I should have shot that. I said, brother, let me tell you something. This team don't need your passing at all. What this team needs is you to score. Like we need you to go score 25 and 30 points. You're a great passer like Steph. So you're naturally going to see the pass when it's there. But we need you to think, shoot first, score first, 25, 30 points. Like, that's what we need you to be. He was like, all right. He went back out there, foul, get fouled, bucket, and one.
Yeah.
That's what we need, bro. We need you to be like.
Yeah, you need Miami Jimmy. And shout out to the Heat for that type of basketball, and the way he played that basketball fits directly into what you guys need, because he can be the playmaker, but him being aggressive on the offensive end is all one-on-one matchups.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He get more one-on-one matchups than any dude I know, any superstar I know in the league, right? And his is always 15 feet away from the basket, catch, 2 dribbles, get in the paint. He is tough to guard.
Yes, he is.
One-on-one when he is below the free throw line.
You know what, something I want to throw out there about Jimmy also, and just what you just said about Miami Heat Jimmy. The dopest thing about that to me is we actually do need Miami Heat Jimmy, and I think every day he's figuring that out more and more, which is fine. Because we here at this place, we encourage you, be exactly who you are, bro. Like, don't come here and try to I need to, be exactly who you are. And I think he's figuring that out each day. Everybody no, just go. No, just go. And he's figuring that out more and more. But I'm going to tell you the dopest thing about that whole dynamic. Like, he is about to be here and be the Miami Heat Jimmy for sure. I'm going to tell you the dopest thing about that to me is the lack of insecurity of Steph Curry.
Right.
Just like, oh, yeah, come on, bro. Like,
yeah, Steph on a party.
Open arms. Like, so many people will lack the self-confidence in themselves to be in that position that Steph Curry in and have another alpha, like number one option like Jimmy come in and be like, oh, yeah, bro, like, go do your thing. Like, it's cool. Like, that is the power of Steph Curry, man.
I look at it like this. Steph is the DJ. He want a party, right? Now you got Draymond security making sure nobody mess with the DJ and nobody get out of line. Now you got Jimmy, and then Steph play the music. Jimmy can dance to any rhythm or song.
Absolutely.
So now you got the party promoter, you got your security, and you got your DJ. And like, man, and you know, that mechanism of Steph wanting to party, meaning, you know, he encourages success.
Yes.
Right? He encourages happiness. He needs that. He needs everyone else to do their job and someone else to do extra work to take some pressure off of him.
1,000%. And it's fire, bro. I love it.
I'm hyped for you, bro. Can you take us through one, the news, and then the emotional roller coaster? You know, what did Steve Kerr say in the meeting when he broke the news? And then I do want to talk about Andrew Wiggins. Shout out to Wig and the impact, you know, he had on you as a teammate, both on and off the court, because I know you both were extremely close.
Absolutely. Man, getting the news, man, like we got Jimmy Butler. Like, this is no small feat. Like, this is no small deal. Like, it's Jimmy Butler. Like, you know, people get caught up in all the stuff that was going on in Miami. And, you know, as I had said last podcast, remember I had said, like, I just don't want Jimmy to end up in the spot where they use that against him. You know what I'm saying? Start saying, like, yo, he's the problem.
Yeah.
The reason I said that is because it's a guy that I respect as a winner. I've been victim of people trying to take a winner and tear him down through all these false narratives. And so I've been a victim of that. And that's why I said what I said. And as you see, coming out of it, you're seeing exactly who the Jimmy Butler that I know, you know, like that I knew. And so finding out that information, you're like, man, a part of you is obviously excited, you know, like, man, we got a chance now. Like, it's switch, like the switch flips fast. We got a chance now. And then you set into reality like, man, all right, so who gone? Wiggs, Dennis, Kyle, and Lindy. And you're like, dang. Because regardless of how this year has gone, have been going, like the vibe of that the team was still great. You know what I'm saying? Like you enjoy being around them every day. You start building with them. And Wiggs obviously has been 6 years, you know, where we've been playing together and watching his growth, you know, from coming to a place and everybody saying like, yo, this dude's a bust. He never going to be it, to earning the name Two-Way Wiggs and helping lead us to a championship. Another NBA Finals, collecting his first NBA Finals. Like, NBA ring, like that's, you know, to go through that with someone, like there's an obvious relationship. Now I rock with Wiggs on a different level. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know, in Toronto every summer, kicking with him. You know, like, been through some real stuff with Wiggs. You know, living a couple years and him dealing with his father being sick and being away from the team and keeping that low, you know what I'm saying? But him, you know what I'm saying? Like, been through some real stuff.
Brother to brother type shit.
He's had 2 kids since I met him. You know, like, he's become a brother. And to see him go, it sucked. It's like, man, I tried to make a joke, just like, bro, you going to Miami, it ain't that bad of a place. Like, you're going to save some money in taxes, like, send me some bread. Like, you know, but just like, just not knowing what to say, you know?
It's always awkward.
Yeah,
you know,
like,
it's always awkward.
You know, man. But in saying that, it's a great opportunity for him to continue to build. You know, he's a champion. I think he's gonna go to Miami and have great years. Guess what?
I like Miami now.
Also, don't be surprised if Wiggs an All-Star again next year.
I like Miami now. I like Miami. You know, I like what they added. I think what they had, you know, obviously losing Jimmy, but the way that they were playing without Jimmy, you know, this big old tall kid, the discovery of him, you put Wiggins right in the mix with Hero, Bam, right? He's going to fit right in. And I think for Miami, watch out for Miami because they just moved themselves up. Both teams benefited. Both teams benefited, and both teams are going to go on to have better records and be real bona fide teams in the playoffs, if you ask me.
I agree, 1,000%.
There was a picture of you and Jimmy together before the Lakers game. What was the first conversation like?
Oh, man, I had hit him up, and he was, went up to him. like, what's up, bro? Welcome. And he was just saying, like, thank you, bro. Like, thanks.
Wait, hold on. Before you really answer this, I have to preface this because I think the whole social media and the world was waiting for this first interaction. So I want to start back by saying the anticipation, they had the memes of John Wick, where it was like, yeah, what's going to happen? And the Warriors lose a game. Here go Draymond, and here go Jimmy Butler. Everybody, hey, bro, people were nervous. They was like, yo, what is Draymond and Jimmy Butler relationship going to be like? Okay, so now, here's the question. What was that first conversation like in that photo?
Oh, man, it was great. I think people forget me and Jimmy want to go medal together.
Right.
This ain't really our first rodeo.
Right.
All y'all favorite players out there be like trying to win gold medals. We actually did that already, So, in saying that, there was already a familiarity among Jimmy and I also share a ton of mutual friends. I mean, a ton of mutual friends. And so, just like, what's up, bro? Welcome. Like, he like, go out there and get it done. Like, and that was just it. Like, nothing too extreme, but like the respect is there. I think people, people saying that, like they were asking me, like, yo, when's the first time you and Jimmy like gonna have games in Twitter in practice? Like, I don't. The only chance we get in Twitter practice is if we're going back and forth on like talking shit,
coverage,
back and forth. But that's not a get into it in practice. Like that's a level of competition that, of course, we're gonna. But the reality is, you know what I told them? They like, when that's coming? Next October in training camp. This is the NBA. You don't practice like that. Like, game 50 games in. Like, that's October.
You get some work, some lifting, running through some plays, walk through. You may get a run in.
Exactly.
But probably not.
Not likely.
Not likely. Young dudes can get some runs, some ones.
Stay ready again.
But it's more about that maintenance, right?
Yeah, no, I think listening to people, that's funny. But when you want to win the way we want to win, like that's all we all want to do.
Right. That's it.
When that's the main goal, like nothing else matters.
Yeah, talk about the defensive IQ, the communication. Y'all already out there talking. What are y'all talking about?
We're talking through coverages because we're learning, like, like Jimmy's a great defender, right? Although you're a great defender, just like Steph Curry's a great shooter, you have a preference of a shot, right? Like, you have a preference of a guy that, I'm a great defender, but I'm stronger in guarding these types of guys. Not that I can't guard everyone I can, but I'm really strong in guarding these type of guys. Maybe a little weaker in doing this. Again, just like a great offensive player. And I'm trying to figure out Jimmy's weaknesses on defense. And I know he's trying to figure out my weaknesses so that then I can cover for his weakness. And he can cover for my weakness. Like that is a great partnership. And we are both guys who cover for people. So I think what we're both doing is trying to figure out where each other are weak. So that we can cover for each other in that aspect. Of just talking through different things, coverages, and stuff that he see and how he like to go about it. Like you talked about all the little nuanced stuff that Jimmy do on defense. He's telling me, yo, if you make this guy do this, I'm going to come and do that, right? And he's telling me how to put my guy in a bad position and make him vulnerable to Jimmy, which is very interesting, man. And I'm loving that's like high-level stuff, man. So to have someone on my team that I can have those types of conversations with,
you can run stunts. It's
crazy.
It's on the fly. It's in real time. So the adjustments, it's not just a mano thing. Or you not saying like, damn, like, what am I missing? Somebody is telling you like, yo, send them this way. I got you. Do this. I got you. To have that communication is, they call it defense on being on the string, right? Everything on the string on kind of one accord. Like, I love that. Nelly used to tell us on defense to hide everybody's weaknesses. So you would never be caught on the island.
Mm-hmm.
You would never be posted up without somebody there to help, right? Because you never wanted to expose your teammates' weakness. If you can mask that and cover that, then it'll be hard for the offense to figure out who to attack and how to attack.
1,000%. We got 2 more games on this trip. We started the trip obviously 0-2, lost that a tough one in Utah that we shouldn't have lost again. But
that was tough.
We've stabilized the trip at 2-2. Now we got two games on this tough Texas swing. Dallas tomorrow, Houston on Thursday. Which, for us, I think to go on the break on the 4-game winning streak, with our team that we got moving forward, I think will be really big for us going into this break.
Yeah.
I think you always say you wanna go on the All-Star break strong. You want to go into the playoffs strong. You don't want to limp at All-Star break. You don't want to limp into the playoffs. So I think it's really important for us to finish strong these last 2 games. In order to come out the All-Star break rolling, we don't got no room for error. We got a lot of games we got to make up.
Gotta lock in. It's time to lock in, baby.
Absolutely. So that's how we rolling. Let's move around this league a little bit. Travel around the league. Luka Doncic debuted last night, scoring 14 points. Bron posted a picture of the new Big Three in L.A., Luka, Bron, and Reeves. What is your first impression on the new Lakers with Luka?
It's cracking out here because you got 2 LeBrons.
Yeah.
Luka rebound. He passed the ball, right? Obviously, the game, it was a blowout. But just to know that Luka got all the little Luka magic things, and it's cracking. Like he was missing some of them shots, some of them air ones, missing some passes. Oh, man, once this dude lock in, you think about same thing with Steph and Jimmy. LeBron goes out the game. Now you got to worry about Luka. And Luka's pace is much slower than LeBron's. And so when you match their pace together and then you include Austin Reeves, who's been playing stellar at the point guard position, right? He been doing whatever he wants. Score, get to the hole, shoot the 3. And now he's starting to really find Reeves and make the right plays, the right assists. JJ Redick got him rolling. They got some potency. They got a 3-headed monster in LA, and they all are creative. And so you powered up in the backcourt, you powered up in like your backcourt and front court. It's really about the other guys that's on the floor for the Lakers who are gonna do the hustling, the scrapping. Getting deflections, getting offensive rebound, putbacks, but you ain't got to worry about too much. The way I'm looking at how this Laker thing gonna shake out, because with Luka, you ain't got to ask for too much for too many people.
Yeah.
Give me 5, give me 7. I need Hachimura. I need 11 from you. Like you ain't asking for much, and you're gonna be wide open.
That's true.
What more could you say about Luka? And they gave him a name out here in LA. They call him Luka. Luka. The crib son already locked you.
Definitely.
All right, Luka.
Yes, sir. And speaking of Luka, we got Dallas tomorrow. Talking about an emotional roller coaster, the Mavs fans are going through it, even going as far as getting kicked out of a game, Draymond Green style.
They crashing out.
Yeah. It's crazy also because people have come up with this theory, and I don't know if it's real, but there's this theory floating around, and it's a conspiracy theory. I don't get off into it. Unless they come from Shams, I don't believe it. They traded Luka because they wanted the fans mad so they can move the team to Vegas. Clearly conspiracy theory. Shams have not reported that. It ain't real, but
come on, yeah.
I think they're just so baffled and puzzled. I saw that this is the first time that the Dallas Mavericks has played a game without Luka Doncic or Dirk Nowitzki on the roster since 1998. So coming up, it was a Dirk, you get a Luka, you're like, oh, well, we got it for the next.
We know how to do this.
Yeah, like
we know, we know how to market this. We know how to work this.
Absolutely. And then you look up, and all of a sudden, Luka not there. I think they just don't know how to process it.
Dirk was at Luka first game too.
Exactly. And so I think they just don't know how to process it. And so this conspiracy theory is flying around because I think they're just trying to find a way to make sense of it. I don't know.
You just don't trade a superstar. You just don't trade if you trade a superstar, then it's usually it's some type of beef.
Yes.
Right? Anytime a superstar at that capacity is traded, and you're blowing up your franchise, or you like, you know what? I can't get over the top with this dude.
Yep.
You just made it to the top, homie.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You was just right there. Are you kidding me? There is something in the water in Dallas that got people crashing out. We need to check their temperature. Whatever water people are drinking in Dallas, please stop crashing up. Because they are in crash out mode. Fans getting kicked out the game, conspiracy theories, and what they are missing out on is, they did get, Max Christie is showing up and showing out. And, outside of AD injury, we saw what he was getting, what he was going to get or go give him.
But now, speaking of the injury, do you think AD wasn't ready to come back, but just so much turmoil that he got rushed back a little bit?
Absolutely. Usually, I think the media had a lot to do with that, the hype, the angst, the emotion. And, teams probably are pushing him saying, man, they just need to see you. They just need to see you out there. Then they'll understand. And also, as a player, you want to get out on the court. Like, if you've been injured, you like, man, I want to get out and put on for this new city and let them know, like, they got a dog too. So I think it's a combination of both. But if it was up to me, I'd have just let AD sit and sit at least let Luka make the first debut because he was already hurt.
It's interesting, man. Hopefully, hopefully AD can get healthy. Obviously not wishing that on anyone. So looking forward to him getting healthy, man. Speaking of AD over the weekend involving the Los Angeles Lakers, who they were trying to fill AD's glaring hole that he left behind with Mark Williams, fell to physical, and they said not because of his back that sidelined him for most of last season, but because of multiple other issues of concern. Sources said Hornets are protesting the trade being rescinded. The Hornets are protesting the trade being rescinded.
Right.
What is your reaction to this whole debacle?
This is like Watergate. It's like old school Watergate. This is like when they was messing up the voting polls. Something is not right. This is tricky. Okay, I just dealt you a player knowing damn well he don't pass the physical, but he just played two games ago.
Absolutely.
So that's tricky, meaning, hey, Charlotte, you may be prone to some type of investigation on your damn own, right? Depending on what Mark Williams said. Now, the Lakers, how do you not pass a physical in the middle of the season when you're already playing? What are the Lakers' qualifications? And so the Lakers may have had cold feet and knowing that, he didn't pass. Like, it could be anything. It could be anything, bro. It could be anything. It could be a sprained finger. It could be a Osgen slaughter. Remember that?
Absolutely.
Oh, he got Osgen slaughter. Nope, he don't pass the physical. So who knows what type of injury or back injury or whatever it is. But But we all play. I played with herniated disc my whole career, and it is a problem. So it's gonna be tricky to see how this all unfolds, but it's definitely a unsolved mystery. And the cool part about it is the players got to go back to the teams that just traded them, and now you're gonna ask them to perform for you for the rest of the year. So what are you gonna do? Especially if you don't connect. Like if you don't connect, how do you feel?
If you don't connect, you have to do your best job to be the best professional you can.
Yep.
Dalton Knecht lawyer, if you're Dalton Knecht's agent, you have to have your client's best interests at heart come this Sunday. Like, I don't know how he walks back into that locker room as a shooter and be like, oh yeah, now you're going to put me in this game and I'm about to go shoot that thing. Like, I mean, hopefully he can figure it out because this can, like, going through something like this can really, like, derail this kid's career.
Yeah.
Like, it could do that because it could kill his confidence. Like, and when you lose confidence in this league, you don't get it back. And so this could really derail Dalton Knecht's career. It's tough. Mark Williams is one thing, but Dalton Knecht,
he was hoping.
Like, they just like, go ahead, bro. Like,
yeah.
And apparently he was going to be in the AD trade, so they kind of was just off him anyway from what it sounded like. So and then now you got to go back there?
That's tough. He got to go back. He got to go back and kill.
That's tough.
He got to go back and kill.
Got to try to.
Well, he gonna be open. He gonna be open.
He definitely gonna.
He gonna be wide open. That's for Luka out there. So, make a name for yourself. Take advantage of the opportunity. If you gonna hoop. But like Dray say, you gotta make sure now that you know that you are a disposable piece to the Lakers, then you gotta look out for your own best interests.
Calling all college basketball fans, I have some must-watch TV for you. In 2 exciting new docuseries, Vice Sports will follow legendary head coaches Arkansas's John Calipari and St. John's Rick Pitino as they lead their teams through the ups and downs, triumphs, and trials of this long competitive college basketball season.
Each series features unprecedented behind-the-scenes access, exclusive interviews that provide an intimate look at their coaching styles and how each works to get the most out of their players.
Calipari Razor's Edge is airing now on Mondays at 10 p.m. Eastern.
And Pitino's Red Storm Rising is airing now on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, only on Vice TV.
Tune in each week. Check the link in the bio for where to watch Vice TV.
Shout out to Brandon Ingram. Gets a contract extension, 3 years, $120 million in Toronto. Talk about him going to Toronto a little bit.
Big bag for B.I. I'm always happy to see guys get their money. I'm happy to see B.I. get his bread, $40 million a year. That ain't no little bit of chicken. So I'm happy to see B.I. Toronto is a long ways away. But I'm very happy to see B.I. get He deserved that. And shout out to the young fella getting another batter.
That's right.
Yeah, but Toronto, that's about all we need to discuss with this. I got his back. Salute my dog. Salute. Another one.
Let's go.
But that's Toronto.
Gotta get your paper, man. Gotta get your paper. All right. Big shout out to the old and new NBA fans. This segment is called NBA 101. Today's lesson will explain the buyout market from a player's point of view. Draymond, take it away.
The buyout market from a player's point of view, I obviously haven't experienced it from like being in the shoe, but I have experienced it in watching the buyout market and being like, yo, we can get that guy. And the buyout market is after the trade deadline, you got guys going to teams or staying on bad teams, a la Ben Simmons, or getting traded to a bad team that's not in the playoff race, and they're in the last year of their contract. They take a buyout, meaning they negotiate with the team, hey, you owe me $15 million, you can pay me 14 and a half, I'm going to take the buyout and I'm going to go somewhere else. Go somewhere else, sign, most cases, sign a minimum deal, make up that money that they miss, and they play for usually a contending team, a playoff team.
Yep.
And so that is kind of my view on the buyout markets from a player's perspective as someone who's never really worn the shoe, but been watching.
You've seen it happen.
Absolutely. The biggest buyout market signer so far this season is Ben Simmons to the Clippers. Ben said he signed with the Clippers because they were transparent on how they would use him, and he feels wanted. What can Ben Simmons bring to help elevate the Clippers?
Y'all got some competition, buddy. Okay, here is my Ben Simmons assessment. If the Clippers can count on him for anything, whether he comes to play hard, they're going to be super successful. If he comes and wants to be a defender, they'll be super successful. If he comes and wants to be a playmaker, they'll be super successful. All he has to do is just commit to playing basketball, and if he can be the best version of any one of those things for the Clippers, oh man, the sky is the limit. Because, I mean, you sitting on somebody who has high basketball IQ, loves playing defense, right? And just hasn't figured out his way. Now, you're in a short window of, all right, can you do it? Can you do it? Like, because, you show glimpses, or can you be that alternate glue guy? And so if I look at Ben Simmons, I look at him being a Boris Diaw for the Clippers. Like, he can be important. He can be the guy off the bench that can help them sustain and cover a lot of ground. Now you got him, Kawhi, Norm, Zubac, right? You got defenders. Derrick Jones, you got defenders. You know what I'm saying? He could be integral, man. What are your thoughts?
No, I agree. I think if he can tap back into half of what he was, the potential that he has shown to being a multiple-time All-Star, I think that's beneficial for the Clippers. Another playmaker, another switchable defender. So I think it could be beneficial, but he got to go be Ben Simmons. And like I said, he ain't got to be the All-Star Ben Simmons. No one's expecting that, but he got to be somewhat of Ben Simmons.
He got to be something.
Yeah, and I think a lot.
Show up.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. If he show up, he going to be all right. I think.
And I think as a coach, it's going to feed him confidence.
It's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think I think it's a low risk, high reward possible move.
All right, All-Star Weekend is this weekend coming up. You'll be competing in the Skills Challenge with Moses Moody. We know you're going to try your best to beat out Mitchell and Mobley, Zach Richardson, and Alex Sarr, and Chris Paul and Wemby. Who do you think will be your biggest competition the Skills Challenge?
I think the biggest competition is CP and Wemby. I'd imagine they're the favorite to win, but we coming for that title.
All it is the passing. And you're a good passer.
Yeah.
So you just got to focus on the passing. Don't get caught up on the passing thing.
For sure.
I won the skills challenge record time.
Word.
Yeah. Come on, man. That was too easy. They need to put one of the passing things like somewhere in the stands or something for me. Focus on the passing. You got everything else. The passing is just perfect that, and you gonna do that.
No doubt. Okay.
But you don't think Mitchell and Mobley present any type of true competition for y'all too?
No, they both good passers, good length, good speed, but I think CP and Wemby is the favorite.
They're the front runners. Okay,
for sure. They're front runner for sure. You judging the slam dunk contest. Who you got winning? You got Montes Buzelis from the Bulls, Stefan Castle, Andre Jackson Jr., Mac McClung. I'm going to say you should not comment on who you got winning because that...
I should be asking you.
Yeah, I definitely think it's probably best that I answer. So I got Mac McClung. winning, but my dark horse is Stephon Castle.
Man, I'm excited just to see, these young dudes. Matt McClung, he won before, but, Stephen Castle, Andre Jackson, Jr., shout out. I mean, that dude can fly. I'm excited. I'm excited to even be judging the dunk contest. Like, damn, man, I'm so lucky to be a part of this and be a part of this All-Star weekend and San Francisco, all the dope stuff we got going on and all the dope stuff the NBA got going on, to be a part of the dunk contest and to be a judge. I just hope I'm good at giving the right numbers.
Don't be out there like,
being a judge, man, is like jury duty, After they dunk, they looking at you like, what you can go get me, dog? But so I'm going to go with the vibe of the fans, and I'm going to judge based on, could I have done that?
Wow. Well, you got the criteria, guys, to do dunks that BD couldn't do.
I can't do none of them anyway.
Like I said, don't be out there judging like Dr. J. Love Doc, OG. But I've watched countless of dunk contests, and like guys get a 10 and Doc gives somebody like an 8. It's like, Doc, how they get all 10s and a 7, Doc?
Don't I won't be that bad.
Yeah,
I'll be more consistent.
Hey, before we get out of here, shout out to Kyrie and Trae Young for being named All-Stars, replacing Giannis and AD. Well deserved to both of those guys.
My dog.
Still no LaMelo. Like I said, I think that has a good representation. When you have nobody that can fight for you, it don't end well. So I hope these young kids are paying attention. Representation matters. Representation is everything. But thank you to fans. We appreciate y'all. Because of y'all, this show is doing great. Because of y'all got my boy BD out here popping.
Come on, man.
Again, like BD in Charlotte. BD out here, dunk contest. They honor the BD weak-ass dunks in the dunk contest. Love. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all make this show. Can't thank y'all enough. That's a wrap from this episode.
All-Star Weekend. See y'all soon.